Hi guys, my name is Dante, and welcome back to Overpain. Today's patient is Gabriel Elstein, and their robot detective, I think. Hello Mr. Borrow, I have been following your YouTube channel for a while now, and have learned a lot from your brush tutorials and videos about color. I still have a way to go, but I wanted to show my gratitude and submit my work to you for Overpain. Awesome, thanks! You have been a real inspiration to me, and you gave me hope that my dream might become a reality. Thank you and keep doing what you're doing. Alrighty then. So this is the first thing that Gabriel submitted. I wanted to take a look at another one as well. It was two works at the same time. Usually I choose just one, but why not do some comments on the second one? So we have some kind of Mayan or Roman scene here. I also have this one that I have been having trouble with. The perspective, the composition, the way different colored lights react to certain surfaces, I'm sure are all wrong. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I could do some advice about it, but mostly we'll do the robot detective. So first thing, the horizon is bothering me, so we need to go more consistent with its height. In here, this is such a low hole we have in here, which makes it feel weird, because at the horizon, when there's this much of a difference in height, that's a lot, because this is horizon, this is really far away, these are like mountains. And that sudden dive in that area felt like it's not really a horizon and what's going on. So this is one little thing that was really bothering me. Another thing is the time of the day. Apparently this is the nighttime, but the sky is lit like it's the daytime. Too strong of a gradient from the moon, apparently. It's literally the same situation we had with the mermaids 2 Overpains ago. So what I would do, usually, like when you're looking at something during the night, usually all the things are brighter than the sky, not the other way around. So the contrast should go the other way, more like this. So I'll go ahead and just quickly select everything, all the sky. There we go. So now let's turn off the day. You can have a little bit of the gradient from the moon, but it's never that strong. It would only work if there would be like a huge amount of fog in space, because we don't really have the fog on the mountains and only on the sky, which is the only way how we would get so much bright gradient from the moon. I'm guessing the moon simply because we have a lot of glowing going on from all the lava and everything, which could only happen during the nighttime. Even if this was intended as daytime, that was a mistake on its own. Like, why would you make a picture that relied heavily on this cool lava lighting and put a sun over all of that? That makes no sense. So we'll add a little bit of the glow closer to the horizon, which is a thing. And the mountains themselves, they should go black, simply because the moon won't light them up that much. And we have a cool way of playing around with the silhouettes of the mountains like that, which is the way you have to do it if this is the nighttime. Things should go dark. So this is the main part that I would like to change. Then I would add some local shadows on the mountain like that, so it wouldn't look like it's just a low contrast image. And mostly the ambience, especially on the right side, would be just the lava ambience. So it's just all orange, not just gray or violet. This whole thing, if you're looking at it and it's visible, it's not black, then the light should come from somewhere. And if this is the nighttime, the light obviously comes, in this case, from lava. There's no way it came from the moon that was over there. It's like literally facing away from the moon. On the guy as well. This lighting, like right here, we can see that on the right side, the arm is brighter than on the left. What is that light source on the right? That's lava, so it should be with orange. Pretty dull, like not strong, because he's standing quite far away from the lava, but it still should be the thing, not going that bright on this dark material, of course. In here would be cool to add some shadow from the moon if we are relying at least somehow on that light source. But of course, this whole thing right here should somehow work around this light source as well. At such a strong angle, it's always cool to play with the reflection of what's above. So in here, we would have the reflection of this area, like that. So I'm literally flipping the whole thing, as an image I mean. Not as strong, more diffused at this area because we're closer to looking at it from the top, not at a big angle as it was right here. This building, whatever it is, a library, a temple library. If it's lit up by these two torches, then show it like you mean it, so only the parts that are available to these torches will be actually lit up properly, and the rest will go darker and into the red ambience as well if we're catching it. So yeah, another thing I would say that when you paint something on a surface, on a horizontal surface like this, you should paint most objects much more flat, especially on this distance for sure. This is like the most vertical you can go and only close to the camera. This one is falling too much, like it's looking weird that they're kind of like at us. We need to go with much more horizontal looking details. Like all of them, they should be much more not in this kind of plane, but more like in this plane, like this. It's like everywhere. This is really like completely looking at us instead of being like this, so everything should be squished. So yeah, there we go. I hope I have some time left to do the detective robot. So this guy, really, I love him as he is, so let's think on how to push it further. In the previous one we had quite obvious things to fix. It's just an interesting lighting and you just should embrace the darkness of the night and whatever. That sounded like a dramatic scene from Star Wars or something. Anyway, the point is, there was quite clear things to fix, but in here, it's like, it doesn't look bad as it is already, almost. I would say that the coat is missing some darker shadows, like the contact shadows. I will grab this darker color of the shadow that it has, and I'll make it even darker, and I'll add it like there, and in here, where there is no way the light would come in. And as I'm doing it, it right away looks way better, way more correct. Generally, the code is still lit the same way, it's as bright as it used to be, but it now looks like it's a full dynamic range picture, not something that was bleached. Yeah, so we'll do that. And also, I'm thinking, since he's the detective, which is something I decided, I don't know, he looks like a detective. But yeah, I want to go with this noir shadow thing, that it really feels like it needs. I don't know why I added the word detective to it. Well yeah, this stuff, the long stretching shadow like this. But it shouldn't necessarily... yeah, this is more like a classical way, like at an angle. So we'll make it like this, probably. It's gonna be stretching like that. Instead, not with, but instead of this shadow. Yeah, there we go. A lot more dramatic and appropriate kind of setup. And of course, that would mean a much different lighting on everything else, but what's interesting, we actually already have it on the face. The face is lit from the left, and this part is much more in the shadow, and we have a bluish contour lighting, rim lighting. So we're gonna embrace that on the whole character, not only on the face and the hat. Like you see the hat specifically, it's lit completely differently, not the way the coat is lit. Coat is lit like from everywhere. So why not we'll literally grab the colors and repeat the same colors at the same angles. Like that. And maybe I'll make it even darker and we'll highlight some of the silhouette of the character on the left side to go closer to this kind of setup that we have in noir references. Yeah, there we go. Classics. So yeah, now let's finally paint over this silently with music. Yeah, by the way, the cigar should also catch the blue rim light as everything else, and the smoke from it. The smoke in this situation where we have like a shadow from this whole character going on this side, so this arm is not catching any of this bright light from the right. That means that the smoke will only catch this blue rim light, and since the smoke is transparent, it won't be the rim light, it will be the whole smoke. More like that. As fuzzy as we want it to be. The top of the shoulder will be darker since the light is from the side, so something facing upwards is not really facing the light source, so it will be kind of darker. Comparing to this surface, this will be darker. The shadow from the hat is also a great touch in this situation. Will make it look much more like three-dimensional, like he's actually wearing the hat now. Alright, I guess this is it. The character was pretty cool initially, and I just fixed the lighting a bit. Or fixed, I just continued the lighting that the original had on the hat and the head. So I pushed it all over the character, and there we have it, that's all we did. Then I of course pushed around the spots on the environment, so we wouldn't have just a boring wall in the back. Now it's an interesting foggy gradient that kinda turns into a flat surface here, but we're not sure, like it's not defined where it ends, and then it just kinda like fades away into the fog. And it's a soft gradient like this, so this is how it's getting brighter here, and in here is getting darker, and in here we're having a little bit of a bluish mist from the cigar, I guess. So yeah, we can make some brighter highlights on the shoes, on the metal as well. So yeah, there we have it. Awesome character, awesome image overall, like such a good combination of colors and everything. The character itself with these pixelated eyes. It's fun, it's stylish, and now it has a bit of a more fitting lighting. Also, I pushed the geometry of the chest a little bit to the left, so it would look more three-dimensional, like he's actually turned to the left a little bit. Or to the right, in this case, but like this, to the left. But yeah, there we go. As usual, the main formula of just thinking through where the lights are and what will actually happen to all the surfaces does the trick. And yeah, we pushed a little bit more on the idea of noir detective thing, with the long stretching shadows on the floor and half of the character being in the dark. Thank you, Gabriel, for your submission. This was really fun. Really cool drawings. I can easily tell that you really like drawing this guy and the lava landscape, although it was a bit overwhelming probably with the lighting and deciding how to render the night. If any of you guys want me to overpaint your picture like this, the link to my Patreon page is in the end of this video. It's only $5 these days. I don't guarantee that I will get to everyone in case there will be an overwhelming amount, but so far so good. I'm doing everyone. There's 2 more submissions in the queue at the moment, so yeah, that's not a long wait as well. Anyway, I thank you for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Investigate binarily. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. It's so weird, I was afraid that I won't make it on time to polish things because I took 2 pictures at the same time, but it's been only an hour. Huh.